I'll play y'all a little clip, a little promo clip I found that I thought y'all might be excited about, and share this with y'all. Here we go. Oh, wait, it's connected to my headphones. So sorry. So sorry. All right, let's try it again. Take two. How did I fucking forget that, Lenny? How would I ever leave that studio?
I remember when I was going through that shit with Cassidy and Gunner just got on the fucking album cover with him. I was mad as shit.
That was they immediately said to me, "Cool." Me and Hot was like, "Yo, this is the one."
Yeah, I met Maynard when I was in college. You know, I used to be a freelancer.
Will you have Dame Dash out there?
Hell yeah! But they just was in that kitchen freestyling.
That's crazy.
It wasn't there. I respect that. I listened to niggas' albums.
Yeah,
one wasn't on though.
I didn't know nobody else had a state property but Freeway.
All right, so that is the audio version. That's the ad, a promo for. Hey, chill out, Instagram. That's an audio ad. There's a video that goes along with it. I can't really share the video with my current setup, but Memphis Bleek's podcast, which we spoke about months ago, which is called Roc Solid, will finally be coming out. And so it's under the Drink Champs Network. Let me just read this to y'all. It says the Drink Champs Network presents, and then it says the podcast game just got a little more legendary. Memphis Bleek got some things to say. Stay tuned. And so June 10th, Roc Solid will be dropping. That's the name of Memphis Bleek's podcast, Roc, R-O-C, as in Rockefeller. And if you know any of the voices that you just heard, he was sitting with Ja Rule, Freeway, Guru, Young Chris, and even PD Crack. And so it seems that he's going to be doing a Rockefeller-centered podcast, or at least a podcast centered around the time that Rockefeller was going on. And Nori asked him, would you have Dame Dash up there? And Bleek says, yes, of course. Dash says, I like this. Bleek is a chatty patty, so it should be a good time. Yes, it should be fun to see how this goes. David said, word, Bleek tell a good story. Nice. Yeah, I think this is a cool thing. We were both excited about it months ago when it was announced. We've been waiting for episodes, but they never dropped. And so it's finally coming out. I'm very excited. And I thought, you know, as a podcaster and a Memphis Bleek fan, I should come up here and help spread the word. Drink Champs did not pay me. Roc Solid did not pay me. But, you know, if y'all need some advertising, hit your boy up. Me and Dash are willing to take the checks and talk with the Drink Champs Network. Yeah, so I just thought it was pretty interesting. I don't have a lot to say here. There's more to help spread the word. I think it's really cool that this is what's going on. Dash said, agreed. He's a good storyteller. Yeah, man, listen. It's going to be interesting to see also not only how he tells stories, but how he navigates having his own space. There are lots of podcasters. Ask, will Jay show up? Definitely don't think so. I would think Jay-Z would show up. I disagree, Dave. I think Jay-Z would show up. I think that it would just have to be an important episode. So like either the first episode, the 50th episode, the 100th episode, something like that. I think Bleek and Jay have the cachet for Jay-Z to show up on Bleek's podcast. I think he just would have to, you know, make sure that it's running for a little while first. Because Bleek is his boy. They've been friends forever. So I think he would show up. I don't know Jay personally. I don't know Bleek personally, but I just think that if anybody had the relationship cachet with Jay-Z, it would be Bleek, who could get Jay-Z to show up. So I think Jay would show up, but I don't think it would just be any old episode. Like Jay-Z's not showing up for episode 4, right? But Jay-Z might be episode 1 or episode 100. I think something like that. Like I remember seeing a clip where even Gary Vee was like, people constantly ask me to come on their podcast that they just started. Let me know when episode 100 is happening, and I'll come on for free for episode 100, so it could be a bigger deal for you. Which I think is very nice of Gary V. But also, I think people I think people want to see proof of concept before they just jump on a podcast. I think there are people who are so big today that they don't want to jump on and just random episode A. They prefer to come when they can make an impact and when it's impactful for both parties. Um, so that's my thought. I think Jay-Z would show up, but I think it would have to be under those type of circumstances, something like episode 50, episode 100, something like that, something where it was like a big deal, or if like Bleak had the entire state property up there, maybe Jay would come for a few minutes, something like that. But anyway, regardless of Jay or no Jay, I think this is interesting. Yes, I think Bleak is a good storyteller. I'm also curious to see how Bleak will navigate the space. How will Bleak be as the leader, as the mediator, maybe in certain instances? We never saw Bleak lead his own situation, and podcasting is a very different monster. So I'm curious to see how that will be for Memphis Bleak. Because this is also a new space for Bleak. Bleak has been on some podcasts before, but this is brand new for Memphis Bleak. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go, especially because this seems to be a guest-based podcast, but guests who are people he's cool with. Not like, Keisha Cole right now, for example, is on a press run because she has something coming. So you're seeing Keisha Cole on Breakfast Club, on Drink Champs, on Joe Budden Podcast, because she has something she's promoting. It doesn't seem like Memphis Bleak's podcast will be like that. So I'm curious to see how that will go, how he will lead that space. Because we never seen Memphis Bleak in this type of role before. So, yeah. So that's it. That's my thoughts on Roc Solid. This is the second time we spoke about it, but it's finally coming out June 10th. New episodes will be dropping, or I should say episodes will be dropping. What do y'all think about that? Are y'all excited to hear Memphis Bleek sit with old Rockefeller Records artists and share these behind the scenes stories? Or y'all think like, that time has come and went, came and left. Who cares? What are y'all thoughts? Yes, Bleak kills on Drink Champs. Yeah, Bleak goes on Drink Champs. He does a great job. I agree. I think it's a little different when you're leading your own podcast, especially when guests are involved. Like when doing a solo podcast is different than doing weeknights. And when I was doing Man Cave, that was a whole different monster. And I'm curious what that will be like for Bleak. But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts before we close this out. Because we about to get out of here. Those are our 3 topics for the day. I ain't gonna stick around just to stick around. You know what I mean? Trying to hit it and quit it today. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. I want to put my AC back on and get up out of here. So let me know y'all thoughts real quick on Memphis Bleek doing his podcast, Roc Solid. And what are y'all thoughts on that? It is hot and my allergies are not happy. Sniffles. Bum, 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 bum. Dave says, depends on how the setup is. Will he have a wingman or not? It doesn't look like it based on the clips. You see Bleak sitting alone with each guest. So like in the beginning, it's him and Ja Rule just talking and laughing. So I don't think Bleak will have a co-host. That was a good question, though. Dash says he'll definitely have to be able to maneuver around his guests, and that will be new for him. Yes. Dash says, I think he can handle it. I don't know if he can or can't. I mean, it's a Drink Champs network thing. I'm curious to see how hands-on Drink Champs is. Will they be there? Will they be in the background helping him, supporting him, or is this just something they're releasing / distributing? Dash says, I think he might have someone else there, actually. I didn't see anybody else, but we'll see. Dash says, I'll have to look that up again. Yeah, I mean, episodes drop in a couple of days. I'll be watching. And so we could report back if we need to. But based on the clips I saw, it looked like it's just Memphis Bleek and his guest. So I don't think there is another person. Perhaps Nori and DJFN and whoever else admin staff style will be in the background helping him out. But I didn't see anybody else in the clips. I'll take another look. But whoa, nobody told you to play Matt Rife. Sheesh, Instagram just be trying to do whatever. Let me see. Here, I'll just let y'all look. I don't know how much y'all can see with the ring light. Whoops. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, see Bleek and one other person. Oh, this way. Ja Rule. Yeah, I don't ever see anybody with Bleek. This is how it's kind of looking. I don't want to put the whole thing up because YouTube might take it down, but I don't see anybody else with Bleek, so I don't know. But maybe there'll be people in the background who will be able to help out. I don't know.